Today. Kesha is making a very big return to music. Her new single is already in the top 10 on iTunes.
Now, our James Tobin caught up with her in LA, and James, it was a slightly eye-opening interview.
It was. You know, I got off the phone, I got out of the interview, I rang up Mark, the producer in Sydney, and said, mate, dust off the beep machine, because we're going to need some of those beeps for this interview. She swore every second word. But you know what? She's a rock star, so I guess it's okay. She, in 2010, TikTok was officially the biggest song of the year. It was the most played song on radio. So now her new album is out, and she is just as irreverent, she's up for a good time, and as flirty as ever. Take a look.
This is the awkward moment where we just look into each other's eyes.
Yours are pretty.
Yours are pretty.
Thanks.
Thanks. Oh, here we go.
She's one of the coolest, most daring singers in the world. Kesha's had 6 top 10 hits, including 3 number 1s. Now she's back with the new single, Die Young, and a new album, Warrior, out at the end of next month.
I hear your heart beat to the beat of the drums. Oh, what a shame that you came here with someone.
Die Young is not about actually dying young. That is not what the song is about. The song is about living life, living every day, like every night, like you could die young, because you never know what's going to happen in your life. And
Seize the moment type of thing.
Seize the moment, totally. That's the whole, like, kind of concept of the album and the way I live.
Is Warrior in that same spirit? Is it still that Kesha, go out, who cares, let's have fun?
I think that no matter what I do in life, it's always going to be like, have a good time. But it's an evolution for sure. Like, Warrior, it has party songs, it has crazy songs about going out and getting but it also has songs about, like, I have a song called Supernatural that's about an encounter I had with a ghost. And then there's a song called Past Lives that's about I was hypnotized and went into a past life regression.
So when you've got the new album, is it also important that you then have a bit of a new look? Because the way you look now, it's a little bit different to what I remember from Animals.
Yeah, before I was like, kind of like living out of like 2 suitcases, and I didn't really know what I was doing, and I was wearing like that I'd had since I was like 15, and this time around I have a little bit of a nicer wardrobe these days.
Kesha's image is certainly evolving. She recently played mentor to our X Factor finalists in New York.
So good. Aussies are my favorites. Yes, don't tell anybody else.
And I think that from what I've read, you've had some pretty good times in Australia.
I have had a lot of really good times there, yeah. Maybe 2 good of times.
Really?
And you're all so pretty.
Aww. I don't know if I like pretty. I know you're talking about everyone else in Australia.
The girls in Australia are so pretty, but
Australian
I
girls
love
are gorgeous.
Australian chicks so much because they're so pretty and so hot. And then they're also so cool. Like, they're like, oh, mate, you want to go get a beer? Let's go surfing. And I'm like, yes, why are you so hot and so cool at the same time? And all the dudes are, like, ridiculously hot, too.
Tonight we're going hard, 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 just like the world is hard, 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 hard. We're tearing it apart, hard, hard, hard. You know we're superstars. We are.
Sunrise is a breakfast TV show. So
I performed on it.
Yes, I know. And I don't get the chance to do this very often, but because I'm talking to Kesha, I'm just going to say, yeah! And then we'll move on.
She does what she wants, and I thought I'm going to jump on this bandwagon as well. She was good value. I mean, some of the stuff that wasn't in the interview, she said last time she was in Australia, she was going out to clubs and pashing heavy metal front men. Like, she's out there, and she doesn't care who knows about it. And this was just the right place, right time. I was in LA. The next day, she was shooting the video for Die Young, her new single. The album comes out on the 30th of November, and look, if it's anything like the last one, it's going to be huge. And I don't mean to call you out on this one. What's your name?
Shayna.
Shayna said, you know, when I first saw her, I thought she looked a bit dirty. And I agree. That first album, she was kind of dirty. And now she's washed her hair, she's cleaned herself up. So we'll find out.
And do you know what she'd say to that? She'd say, get.
Yes! And she says that in a lot of the songs on the album.
All right, James, thank you.
Thanks, guys.